Live at 5 from the Vatican, where the Pope will bless the masses to the Salem Sunrise Service in Winston-Salem, widely known as the oldest service of its kind in America. Easter is Sunday, and the Holy Holiday celebrates the resurrection of Jesus Christ.
The Easter Bunny and Easter eggs have also become a big part of the holiday, dating back to the 13th century, representing new life. More than 81% of the U.S. takes part in Easter every year. That's according to Statista, a data gathering company. Now, with most holidays comes more traffic. Highways and airways are expected to be busier than normal this weekend.
And it also happens to be spring break for plenty of school kids and teachers. So look for North Carolina's airport terminals to be buzzing with activity. For instance, airport leaders at Charlotte Douglas International say they're expecting some of the busiest days over the next few days. And a travel sore spot this weekend and for the foreseeable future, getting around Baltimore's Francis Scott Key Bridge after it collapsed earlier this week.
Yeah, it was the big news this week. You can see here roads around the area will need to be used to get around the now gone bridge, adding a lot of time to your commute. In our state, Spectrum News 1 reporter David Ivy joins us now live from Cumberland County near I-95.
And David, you spoke with some folks who were traveling. So is that catastrophe in Baltimore affecting them?
Yeah, it is affecting them, but not as much as you might think it would. Now, I got to take just a moment. I'm going to step out of the way. I want you to see what's going on behind us. That is I-95, specifically the northbound lane. That's the direction people will be going that will be heading to Baltimore. The travelers that I spoke with today, yes, they do know about the collapsed bridge. It is on their minds, and they're including it in their travel plans for this weekend.
I heard you can go exit 62, but I'm not sure if it's in North Carolina or Virginia.
Meet Tom Vinson. This weekend, he's on his way home back to New Jersey. He's been spending time with his son in Alabama. I found him looking over this map, making travel plans on how to avoid both Washington, D.C. and Baltimore, and avoid the collapse of the Key Bridge in Baltimore.
I'm staying away from Baltimore, Washington. I'm going to get off at Richmond, go up 64 up to 81, and then head on 81 into Pennsylvania, New Jersey.
The Easter weekend will find a multitude of people on Interstate 95 this weekend. Traffic here in Cumberland County was very steady all day long in both directions. I also found the Gentiles, Michael and Patricia. They're coming from Connecticut. When they got near Baltimore, they stayed away from the area near the bridge, though they said they saw it from a distance.
And we came through in 95 and through Baltimore and everything. We saw the bridge, but we not close enough, though. And there was a little traffic, but probably that's normal for the long weekend.
In spite of the bridge being gone, people are getting to their destination this weekend. Tom Vinson was already making plans after his detour.
But I hope to be home by Saturday and go to church on Sunday. So that's what I'm headed for.
Now, I can tell you that pretty much all the people that we spoke with that are heading toward Baltimore say they're basically just strictly staying on I-95, not taking any of the exits, because the bridge is quite a bit east of Baltimore itself. Now, as far as overall travel, AAA, the Carolinas, says about 33% of North Carolinians are going to be taking some kind of Easter or spring break vacation. They say we're about to enter the heaviest travel time of the year right now. It runs from now until July. Reporting live from Interstate 95 in Cumberland County, I'm David Ivy for Spectrum News 1.
Whether it's plane, train, or automobile, safe travels to everybody. David, thank you so much. Meantime, today, the largest crane on the eastern seaboard arrived in Baltimore. The Army Corps of Engineers moved the 1,000-ton crane into position. It'll be used to dismantle the collapsed Francis Scott Key Bridge so the port can reopen. Sadly, 6 construction workers were killed in Tuesday's collapse. $60 million is now flowing into Maryland. As we take a live look now at the wreckage, you can see that the water is pretty choppy there. We understand that even though the sun is out, it is really cold and it's still hard for dive teams to still get in that water. Officials also say money from the federal government is for initial efforts like removing debris, also laying the groundwork for reconstruction. Experts say rebuilding will probably cost hundreds of millions of dollars.
And the day after it was hit with fines amid plans to revoke its license, we have a response tonight from Trails Carolina. The wilderness therapy camp in western North Carolina was all but shut down after the death of a 12-year-old boy last month. Today, the therapy camp said in part, quote, "We were surprised and disappointed to learn of the state's intent to revoke the program's license, given the progress we've made and continue to make. We will continue cooperating with the state to satisfy their concerns so we can continue providing compassionate quality care to kids and families for whom every other treatment option has failed." The response comes as the state cited violations of the Protection from Harm, Abuse, Neglect, and Exploitation state statute. That comes with a $15,000 penalty. There's also a $3,000 fine for a violation related to medication requirements. The camp has 23 days to correct everything. After that, there's a $200 to $500 a day penalty for each day the camp remains out of compliance. The camp has 30 days to file an appeal for these fines.
Well, as you know, Sunday is Easter, but today Christians around the world are reflecting on the day they believe Jesus Christ was crucified.
That's right. It's Good Friday, and it's a big part of the Christian Holy Week. Churches around the world will hold services to mark the day today. Some churches hold reenactments of the story of Jesus, like the video that you see here.
And we spoke with folks from one group to learn more about the day.
Good Friday is a commemoration of when Jesus was crucified. This is the day that they crucify him. This is the day he was led from judgment hall to judgment hall. This is the day he is laid in the tomb, and we await Sunday.
And more on that. Good Friday leads up to Easter Sunday, when the Christian Church believes Jesus was resurrected. Now, there are other ways to observe Good Friday, like meditating and fasting.
A sea of dark blue and red taking over Texas tonight. A live look there at a Duke alumni watch party where people are fueling up for the big game. Our sports team has analysis as men's and women's championships are still up for grabs. Plus,
we can't be out of beer this weekend. It's going to be, especially if we win today.
And that's the hope. Nerves might be on edge. Hearts and cups could be full tonight with fans cheering on their teams. The local preps, the North Carolina preps underway ahead of the basketball battles.
stay with us. This is your evening on Spectrum News 1.